Hello and welcome to Mickey Art. Today I finally cracked and bought some of this acrylic artist's ink. We've got a whole stock of them at the Emporium where I buy a lot of my paints, and the sales ladies tried to get me to buy them on a number of occasions, but they're very, very liquid. Let me just show you. They're just like, they're water, really. It's, oh, that wasn't planned. Silly. And I thought, well, okay, cool. What could I do with these? What could I, because they've got some beautiful pearlescent-y type colours, and I was just like, you know, I'd really love to play with these colours. What can I do? So I brought them home and I grabbed a couple of pots of pre-mixed paint, stuff that I've already got mixed up. I had my cobalt blue and my titanium white, and they were all mixed up, ready to pour. And I put 20 mils in a little cup like this. Little shot glass, because I know it's 20 mils because they've got a 2CL marking on the side, and I just started adding 10 drops at a time of this crimson red stuff. And so what did I end up with? I got up to 150 in each, and here's my little markers, and I'm not sure you'll be able to even see this. Going from 30 up to 150 drops, and all it really did was made the paint runny. But I mean, it has changed the colour. It's definitely made it more purple. And how does it get any better? And the titanium white, that's it there. I kind of had less patience for it by the time I got to that one, and I did it in bigger increments. But it took it from being normal pouring to extremely running pouring. And I was like, oh, let's see what it does. Now this one over here is just the straight ink into this liquefying medium, which I've had sitting around for ever since I was painting the other way, because I used to use the Atelier Interactives. I really love those for creating actual pictures, because you can re-water them down. You can extend them back out, keep them moist for a while. So I'm really just gonna cover this canvas in some negative space and have a bit of a play with those three that I've mixed up. The one that's just straight is that one there. That's what it was, mixed with just the medium once it dried. So it's quite a cool colour. And yet it's also very runny. It's not suitable for acrylic pouring the way I do it. But what I thought I could do with it is have a play with pouring streams, kind of Emma from M42D Art, or whatever her channel name is. She does when she does pouring, she does really quite runny liquefied stuff. So I thought, now this has got, oh yuck, it's got way too much. This has got lumps in it. This is paint that was given to me by a friend who's a house painter, and he said, make sure you strain it before you use it. And I was like, yeah, and I haven't So there we go. It's not just kids that don't listen. It's me too. Oh, that's not going to work either. Because it just goes straight through. Oh, okay. I'm going to scrape this off and strain it and get the thickness right and come back. I just had the awareness that you guys might want to know how I strain my paint. So this is a foot out of a set of stockings, and I'm just going to sit that over there and just hold it down in whatever way you like. Bit of tape around the outside does the job quite nicely. If I can find my tape. I was going to use this, but I just realised that it's not going to stay on. So, gloves and tape don't like each other. Have you ever noticed that? I do have another video somewhere where I show you how to strain paint. So there you go, we've got that on there, and then you just get your paint and pour it in. I'm going to water this down a little bit more because I did notice it's quite thick. Okay, so how do I know when my paint is thin enough? Pretty much when I run it off back into the pot, it doesn't leave any marks, it just disappears straight back in again. There's no sitting on the top. And I've moved my canvas because the weight of this sitting on the canvas would be damaging to the canvas. So then you just pull that over to the side and pour out your paint. I'm doing it that way because I've got another pot to strain later. So I'm going to pour straight out of here onto my canvas, and whatever's left I will put into a fresh pot with no gunk stuck to the sides. So bring on the canvas. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, so in the meantime, what I did was after I scraped that paint back off, I just grabbed my little foam tooly thing and just smoothed it all out so it was reasonably even and I wasn't going to get big ridges and ugliness. As I said, this is paint that a friend of mine gave me. It's not my normal spring paint, so I can't tell you what it is because he didn't tell me. But it's some sort of commercially used residential house paint. Alright, so return to the pouring. as you can see, there's lots of air bubbles in this, but it's flowing a lot better, and it's not got any gigantic whole chunks in it that were in the other one. All the bumps you can see on there are just air bubbles. The light is starting to fail on me outside. It's about past 5, 6:30. It is just a bubble, I promise. And it seems like summer is coming to an end. No! How does it get any better? I'm just going to have to paint earlier in the day, that's all. So I've just washed my hands off, and now I'm going to use my torch to get the air bubbles out. And bit of fluff. Alright. Oh, wow. Whoops. I spilled my white into my paint. Okay. So I'm going to use those, and I'm also going to use the plain blue, which I think I've just watered down way too much. So this is the original cobalt blue, and I'm just thinning it down to match the thickness of the other ones. That's better. This is way thinner than I would normally do it, so bear that in mind when I'm pouring. Spillage on the side. There. Crikey bee. What's right about this? I'm not kidding. Let's just put that straight in. Oh no, I've done the pink as well. These stupid little pots. Way too small. Sorry you can't see this. No, I'm not really sorry you can't see this. There you go. You can watch me cleaning up my mess. Rotate. Let's get some layers going. Okay. And this is the straight pouring medium. Well, it was straight pouring medium before I splashed paint in it. I am making a right royal mess, but that's okay, because you know what, it's a bit like making a mess when you're, on your plate. It's all going to be mixed together in your stomach anyway. That's what I always used to say. Alright, that'll do. Let's see. I've bent a little pouring bit into my thing. Let's see. Wow, something is reacting with this white paint. Now, I probably should not have used a different type of white paint for this experiment, because now I don't know whether that's the ink additive or whether it's the different type of paint. Interesting. Bottom of the tins are quite nice. You see that? Huh. Okay, so you've all taught me a lesson when I absolutely was horrified at the way the paint went wonko on a different painting, and I freaked out, washed it off, and you all went, "It's so pretty," and I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's just my point of view. So let's zoom you in and show you what I'm rabbiting on about. Look what it's done. It's just gone totally flaco on me. It's so bizarre. It's interesting. Okay. It almost says Google. I need a second O. Then you've got the Google. Anyway. How's it get any better than that? Let's stretch this out. See what it does. I must say I do prefer clean cut lines. This is not my favourite, but I'm sure somebody on the planet will go, "It's so pretty." What's right about this? I'm not getting, guys. I'm starting to wonder, I don't think I've put any silicone in any of this. At least it doesn't look like Google anymore. It's definitely interesting. Excuse my head. I have a good mind just to leave it. Leave it exactly as it is. And just let it do its thing. See what shows up in the morning once it's dried. Hopefully these flies don't land in it. Let me get you down and show you what's going on down here. It's weird. Oh, so weird. So check it out. It's like I burnt it. It looks like burnt paint on the side of a house that's been in a house fire. It's weird. Alright, so I think I'm going to have to do another test to see if this is the background paint or if it's the ink that's causing this. It's quite cool in places. It's like I can't get it to camera's going, it's fuzzy. How am I supposed to focus on fuzzy? I agree. It's definitely interesting. And then over here where there's the plain blue, it's got like this oasis of not having done it. Super interesting. Okay, I'm going to try another experiment and I'm going to keep it in this video for you so that you guys don't have to go hunting for it. Alright, I'm going to move this and come back with a different experiment. Okay, so what I thought the easiest way to test this is to use paint that I know and combine it with the white and see what happens. So in here I have my deep yellow from Reeves. And here I have my phthalo blue from Reeves, which is a bit thick. And then I've got my I've got a lot of this left actually. Still a bit thick. And then I've got my Reno Art Red. So I'm going to use this phthalo blue tin as my pouring spot. So let's add the others. Give that a couple of little stirs through there, and then cover the record. Rid of the air bubbles. And we just poured the last one, so let's just do the same thing here. And let's see, it doesn't seem to be doing the big freak out like the other one did, which is good. But then it's not as runny as the other one was. It's doing a little bit, but nowhere near as bad. Alright, the ultimate test. I really do think it was the ink, guys. Because that is totally fine. So let me know in the comments, have you ever tried doing acrylic pouring with the artist inks? And yeah, what did you have show up? What did it do? Okay, so that one's done actually okay. Let's try the purple. Just doing them individually on their own. That one's a little, they are freaking out a little bit on the edges. Nowhere near what the other one was. Whee! Maybe it's the pouring medium. Not used that before. Is it just that it's so runny? Or is it the actual medium itself that's creating? Interesting. There you go. If you want your paint to go freak out mode on you, this one, use that, because that has done weird stuff. Interesting, guys. It's interesting. So the medium and the ink together don't do nice stuff. They don't play games. But then the medium and the Reeves paints are doing really weird freak out stuff too. Let me get... You can't see what I'm talking about. Let me bring you down. Okay. So, over here, oh, I've got paint all over my fingers. See how it's done that crazy stuff over here? This is where I use the just straight medium into the paint. That was the ink in cobalt blue purple. It's not as bad. The edges have kind of crazed a bit, but nowhere near as much. And that is the ink and medium. This pinky purpley patch here is just weird. But just the plain pink, yep, it's a bit crazed. It's not too bad. And this is where it was just my normal paints. So there's even some crazy in here. But that ink and medium, and just the plain medium as well. There was a drop of medium in there. See how it's gone all crazy? I don't think I'll be using that medium ever again. So there you go. Let's go back and have another look at our crazy cracker. Wow, it's definitely different, and that fly's definitely got to stay out of it. I'll let this dry and I will show you once it's dry what it does in the morning. Alright guys, have fun. Thanks so much for joining me, and here comes the dry version. Well, welcome back, and this is what she looks like dry. I have not formed an opinion of keep or not keep yet. My girlfriend came over today and she's like, oh, it's stunning. All you need to do is add some extra texture in where it's just the plain white. I said, what do you mean? She said, and then it will look like a topographical picture of the Alps. And she's like, you know, make it really look, give it some upright peaks in here, and then it will start to look like it's the Alps. So who knows, I might try that, but then again I might not. We'll see. If I do, I'll show it to you in another video, but right now that's how that one turned out. How does it get any better? How much fun can you have experimenting with new and different mediums and paints? Thanks so much for joining me. I adore you. I'm super grateful. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and let's see what other magic I create. Bye bye.